When the snow starts falling, there's someone you should be calling. Okay, it's 700, let it ring. Mr. Plow is a loser, and I think that he's a boozer. So if you wanna make the call to the Plow King. On the road! As you can see, I am mod cording. You can put a song in there. Mr. Plow song. But here's a bonus thing that you can put in the middle if you like. Christmas at the moon base. You want to be parents? You can be parents, and Zaz, you can be Polo, and I'll be everyone else. See you. When the snow starts falling, there's someone you should be calling. Call 700, let it ring. Mr. Plow is a loser, and I think that he's a boozer. So if you wanna make the call to the Plow King, oh yes you do, you really do. Thank you. Inside the moon base, festively decorated with Christmas glowing lights, a moon rock, Christmas tree, and a holographic Santa, I beg your pardon, looping endlessly. Moon rock, Christmas tree, holographic Santa, Pants and Polo are bustling about, preparing for the Christmas decoration. The sound of distant barking grows louder.
Polo, told you that they looked like a couple coming. Did you think I was joking?
I'm wearing reindeer antlers. I thought like a cult was a brand new space cereal. I wasn't expecting them.
I beg your pardon. Yeah, look, this is open, and a group of seafaring dogs in Shinra robes enters, led by Commander Rex Wolfington, an eagle German Shepherd. They bark in greeting. Woof, woof, translated via my collar. Merry Christmas, moon dwellers. Woof, we bring gifts from the Leica cult, I beg your pardon.
Yes, we're barking up the right space dome. Come in.
I'm looking at that glowing orb one of your dogs is carrying. Is that thing safe? It looks like it might hatch an alien egg.
This is the start of bargaining, a sacred symbol of our journey. Woof, vacuum-sealed moon bones for the feast, lad. Nah.
You dogs are out of this world, literally.
Because it's on the moon. Blah.
Everyone's minging.
The dogs sniff curiously at the moon pudding, which wobbles precariously in the oven, like your ma.
If this thing explodes, it's on you pants, gives a biff.
Relax, guys. Moon pudding never hurts anyone, except for that one side.
One of the Leica cultists, I beg your pardon, approaches Polo with a large, peculiar gift wrapped in shiny foil. Polo tears it open to reveal the Maddie Lloyd puppet glowing faintly.
Go ahead, what's this? A spooky skeletal horse? Battery load.
Woof, it's a fucking Maddie Lloyd, lass. A traditional Earth artifact. Woof, but we made it special, buff. And it's all above board and alike as well.
I'll grip the puppet. Oh, it's fucking tickling me. The tiny vibrating mechanism. This is well good. This is sick. This is ridiculous. It tickles. I love it. Fucking well good. Boss, best Christmas gift ever. My load, of course, toots my goots.
The moon erupts into laughter, barking and howling as the pudding miraculously does not explode and is served to everyone. Pads brings out his moon bike, now decorated with sleigh bells and glowing tinsel.
Alright, everyone, let's wrap up this Christmas with a moon-based sleigh ride.
Minge bell? Minge bell. The group hops on the moon bikes and makes a joyful lap around the base, accompanied by jingle bells and howls of delight. They return to the main room where they gather in a circle under the glowing tree.
Minge bell?
Minge bell?
One last thing to make this Christmas perfect. Everyone, join in.
Oh, humans and that's my line.
Back off, la. Humans and dogs alike begin to sing in unison. To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To
I would like to take you away. To to the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon.
To the moon. I would like to take you away. To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon. To the moon. I would like to take you away. To the moon. The end. To the moon.
To the moon. I would like to take you away. To the moon. Mucho Fanko.
It is the Salt Circle on Christmas Eve. It's good to be back here after all of our journeys back in the Salt Circle. You can almost hear the quiet.
Apart from the whispering salt and the mice planning a coup in the pantry.
Better than the even weir Republic. All that beauty, all that calm.
With anchovy, until the margarita pizza declared itself supreme commander, anchovy.
Oh, are you referring to the anchovy shock troops? What a grim day.
What a grim day indeed. Grim, you ran for your life, Lawrence, flailing like a distressed pigeon.
Ha 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 ha. Did the band tell you that? Oh my goodness, the doors creaked open and who was entered other than Pemberton Fleshbag, bundled in a scarf too long for him, dragging his sack behind him.
Evening all, it's me. Oh, does this place smell like a damp existential dread?
Pemberton, you looked like you were mugged by Dickensian carolers.
They gave me this scarf in exchange for my silence. Fair trade, I thought.
Is it a fair trade scarf?
Well, it was knitted by Mozambican children with no arms.
The door slams open and a burst of wind and snow. Beef Wellington, oh my goodness. His fur-lined cloak slightly singed and carrying a bulging sack.
Merry Christmas, you tedious creatures. Where's the eggnog? Both.
Is that a sack filled with gifts or the fallout of another pub lunch?
Both. Don't touch the one that ticks.
Good advice, but I must insist, no sprouts this year. I've had enough.
Beef, please tell me there's at least one pie in there.
If by pie you mean a gelatinous mass of regret wrapped in pastry, then yes.
Let's all sit around the fire and chat and laugh. Flimsy's, you're leaning back and stretching.
Yes, my flimsy now. This is nice, almost perfect. You know what we need?
Silence?
No, a song. Assistant Spider, get down here, please.
Oh, a song you say, or perhaps the opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh no.
I'm spreading my legs wide like a showman, including introducing Arachnocoin, another tired cryptocurrency joke. Not me, the first web-based cryptocurrency. Spin a web, mine a coin.
I knew this would happen every single year.
Assistant Spider, just sing, please. For a modest investment, you could own a piece of the silk chain.
Go and get the broom.
So much for quiet. I have my business cards. They're woven from actual silk. This sketch ends with them chasing me out of the room amid laughter and protest about my innovative ideas. Here's a song, by the way. All right, who wants to say the Mr. Plow bit and who wants to say the bit about him?
I'll say the Plow King bit.
Well, the bit which bit's that?
I'll say Plow King, and then you say the words if you can figure them out.
All right, and action.
Plow King.
That's his name.
Homer's snowplow turns into disaster.
Plow King.
That's his name.
Linda Ronstadt sings, so creates crate. Whoa, what's going on here? It's all changing. Right, okay, well, where are we up to?
Plow King.
Linda Ronstadt.
Barney buys plow. Or is it moved? Mid-scene.
I'll have to take it from wherever. The name again is Mr. Plow.
Very good.
His name. Homer once wears plow jacket, go to bed.
Exactly, Plow King.
That's his name again, is Mr. Plow.
That's his Barney's name. Diaper flies in wind.
Plow King.
That name again.
This is where Avalanche forces Homer to reconcile with Barney.
Plow King.
That name again.
It's his name. I'm wondering if you could plow my driveway on top of forbidden Widow's Peak ploughing leads nowhere.
Brilliant, fantastic,
Well,
Pemberton. Against all odds, you managed it. So for us, that's flimsy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Christmas special. Who have you chosen for us, and why do you just like him?
This Christmas, I have chosen the
Very
Plow
next day.
King. Yes, or Mr. Plow, as you call him. The Plow King seems slightly more interesting to me than Mr. Plow for some reason. Probably just because it's slightly more obscure. And I just thought after we did Santa and we did Santa's Little Helper, so this year I thought I'd treat us to some comedy clips.
This is funny.
Everyone can enjoy.
Alistair, are you a fan of? Sorry, for us, please continue.
Oh, that is it. I just like them because it's Christmas themed.
Very good, Alistair, Pemberton, Fleshbag. Do you like Plow King, Mr. Plow?
I prefer Spinal Tap.
I'll get the doctor on the phone. So, Plow King, flimsy. I'll say the name of the thing, and you tell me whether there's a CCC, a Cascas connection. Death.
Kind of, as I will bring up later, but the Plow King is always sort of around violence and injury and
All right.
almost causes death.
And almost dies himself. Spoiler.
Yes.
Glasses.
No, not unless you count beer glasses.
Ho ho ho. School.
No.
Not unless you count beer school. Uncool.
Same answer. No, I'd say Barney is uncool, but the Plow King is relatively successful.
I think so. Mobbers.
No.
Annoying groaning.
No, once again.
Tap time bongo.
That's a 1 in 28.
I'm dropping it. I'm dropping annoying groaning. Love connections.
0, unless you count the love a man has for his own plough.
And possibly Linda Ronstadt. Tap time bongo.
Oh yeah. Definitely tapped out. Probably Bongo.
Celebrity voice.
No, he's voiced by the man who voices Homer Simpson on The Simpsons.
Multiple jobs.
No, one singular job to plough.
Married to Selma.
This is not. I must clarify that this is not a Barney cast.
Very
no,
good.
the Plow King has never been married to Selma.
That's Barney.
And Barney has not either. Yet.
Springfield celebrity.
Kind of. Well, known enough around town as a successful king of plows.
The best.
He is sort of requested by the town. So I would say yes.
Very good. Poverty.
No, not really. The least impoverished Barney's ever been.
Was it poverty that led him to this, though, right?
No, it was Homer. It was kind of, yeah. It was more specifically not being able to catch a break as opposed to being completely out of money.
Right.
He just wanted something that would be successful instead of having to dress as an adult baby on the street and hand out diaper store.
Oh, Barney. Moving in with the Simpsons.
No, that has not happened.
Surnameless and incompetent.
His surname is King, and
What's
he
his
is
first name?
Mr.
But you can call me Mister.
Plow is my father's name.
Yes,
he is the least incompetent Barney has ever been. This is Barney's most competent facade, if you will.
I will.
If you won't.
What ranking would you put him in terms of the bestness?
He's gonna have to go in like D, isn't he? Barney would go in B, but if you were to ask about specifically the Plow King character, D, and I wouldn't put him on E because he's had one big episode and he's quite recognisable to your regular Simpson fan. Slap bang in the middle of season 4, so it's an episode that every Simpson fan is relatively familiar with, I would say. And it's from the age when they could do no wrong.
Could do no wrong. Everyone was talking about it the next day. Everyone was singing the song, Mr. Plow is a loser, and I think that he's a boozer.
Exactly. Kiss My Asphalt.
Kiss My Asphalt.
That's what I remember that one a lot from the fourth Ouija board brother, Kieran.
I think so. What about the fact that there's some facts about him? So because it's not a Barney cast, we're not going to read about Barney. But here are some facts about Barney. Let's tag team. Barney crashes his own snowplow during a blizzard and lies to an insurance adjuster to cover it up. Pemberton, you want to do the next one?
Barney causes a scene at car show, but ends up buying the Plow King snowplow to start a snow plowing business.
Very nice. Barney's snow plowing business becomes a hit after a jingle-filled commercial earns him the key to the city.
Barney's attempt to create a new ad flops, and he tricks Homer into taking dangerous fake plowing job to undermine him.
Barney tricks Homer into taking a dangerous fake ploughing job to undermine him.
Barney tricks Homer into. Homer rescues Barney from an avalanche, and they reconcile, agreeing to collaborate.
Barney tricks Homer into taking a dangerous fake ploughing job to undermine him. The Plow King's jingle melody is reminiscent of Linda Farn's Meet Me on the Corner, which goes, meet me in the corner, Mr. Plow is a loser if you want to meet me on the corner, Plow King.
Exactly.
You can buy a 74mm Plow King GT. Not really sure what it is, but it's but you can buy it. Some kind of tyre.
Looks like fun.
It does indeed.
It's a skateboarding tyre.
A skateboard,
if you will. A skate plow.
I will indeed. But enough of that.
Seeing as it's Christmas, I'd also like to thank you for joining us, Pemberton. And I wonder where all of the other castcasters seem to have mysteriously vanished. And there is some sort of there's just a picture of B. Arthur in all of the homes.
Oh my goodness.
So something is afoot, but it's nice to see.
Classic sign of alien abduction.
It is, isn't it?
Something is a leg.
Prisoner of Cell Block H.
Prisoner of Cell Block H.
What are you doing? Stop scrolling.
I'm working on something.
Not all that excuse.
Oh my goodness. Bear with me.
Aye.
You've got a bear with you.
I've got a bear with me. Oh my goodness.
Jesus. Oh, the mal peril.
By the way, Pemberton, do you have any, what are your Christmas plans as a sentient bag of flesh?
Try not to burn anything down this year.
That's always a good plan.
Mm.
Is this will be a year one out of one for that?
Wait, it's week 1 out of 1.
Exactly. It's like when he does a big Art Attack on Art Attack, but instead of like washing cloths and laundry, it's flames.
Yeah, purification in its finest form.
Exactly.
And plus, after you've lit the fire, you get all those lights and noises going off in your head as a reward. It's brilliant.
That must be, it must feel rewarding.
It's very rewarding, very Moorish.
Yes, very Maudie. And do you have a specific Christmas meal that you eat on Christmas Day while we're waiting?
Gravel.
Gravel?
Mm.
Nice. Is that on its own or as a like a topping?
Gravel with some gravel. Different sizes, yeah. Mm.
You got to get the textures in there.
Well, you have. Yeah, I mean, gravel is very underrated, and it comes in lots of different sizes and shapes, and much easier to eat than pebbles.
Yes, it's full of fibre as well, isn't it?
It's definitely full of something.
It's full of rocks.
Gravelly goodness.
Rocks provide a much needed Christmas boost of fibre.
Well, everyone, thanks. Let's stop chatting about your bloody meals. Can we just watch these candles flickering warmly across my mismatched holiday decorations? The fire crackles gently. Flimsy, Lawrence, Beef Wellington, Pemberton were all gathered round the fire, making occasional awkward attempts at holiday cheer.
So what are we doing here again? Besides drinking eggnog and pretending these crackers and clips are actually funny.
Well, I'm one for enjoying this suspiciously quiet atmosphere. Makes me think that mice are up to something again. Bastards.
Oh, they always are. Last week I caught one of them trying to broker a peace deal with the salt.
Oh, at least the salt knows its place, Cider.
Salt's all around us. Maybe you're right, Lawrence, or Flimsy. But still, something feels off, almost normal.
Maybe you're right, but that's when you know everything's about to go horribly wrong.
Oh my goodness, what's that noise? It sounds like a loud whirring machine coming. It's Ham, and it says Ham 2 on its chest. A new and improved version of the deceased Ham. His polished metallic frame gleaming in the firelight. I have arrived with holiday cheer. It is slightly different from deceased Ham's traditions. Oh my goodness. He's put down the gift, and the wrapping has spontaneously combusted a controlled fire, which Flimsy, you swiftly extinguishes with a cracker.
Yeah, I remember. HAMM stands for Human Automated Munch Munch, if I'm not mistaken. Sort of like a pig tank hybrid. If I'm not mistaken, HAMM lost its life in the same war that rid me of my life. Also initially, but shortly after, simply my flesh. But this second HAMM is much more refined. I'm being sarcastic.
Yes, it was a cracker full of CO2. This is definitely a less chaotic form of holiday spirit, except for the fire.
This gift is carefully selected. It is a combination of the most practical and innovative holiday items. Tiny malfunctioning drone that is flailing wildly in the air, behaving like a deranged fly before crashing into the ceiling.
Practical indeed.
Did the band tell you that? Oh my goodness, the warmth of the fire is almost disguising our awkwardness. As we gain our composure, Assistant Spider's come back from the ceiling, spreading his legs like a showman. Once again, a song you say, or perhaps the opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh, not again. Without waiting for our response, Assistant Spider has ascended back to his web, leaving the group to our business. Well, that was a close one.
He's gone again.
I swear if I hear about arachnicoid one more bloody time.
I've had enough of spider crypto for the year.
I am proposing a new idea: holiday fuel, the most efficient energy source for celebratory activities. Energy for celebrations, what's the catch? Simply add water and mix with turkey bone broth for instant happiness.
Well, it's certainly festive.
I'll take some, if it means I don't have to listen to more of Assistant Spider's crypto spider schemes.
While I'm waiting for my next pub lunch to start.
Yes, I don't think that's what it means, though. I don't think it's one or the other.
Let's all take our seats around the fire and embrace the holiday chaos in our own way.
Let's.
Indeed. You know, for all madness, it's not the worst Christmas we've had.
At least we didn't get a visit from those damn gingerbread men. Now there's a cold open for a day to come. I'm calling it a win.
There's a cold opening there somewhere. So shall we open the presents or just survive this holiday season?
Who said anything about surviving? Who said anything about surviving? Let me know if you want to adjust anything further. Let's get to some content.
I'm just going to pop to the little skeleton's room for a quick shit. Feel free to start the content. Okay, now I am in the bathroom, I will call Dame Bet Gervais, who is still possessed by B. Arthur. Hello, Bet. Yes, I am still under your possessed spell. Yes, it's Christmas Eve. Yes, I've taped Emmerdale. No, I'm not sure if Trisha Dingle will make it after that chimney fell on her, but I don't really know what any of that means, B. Yes, you can tell me the story of how you landed the iconic role of Maud Finley, but be quick, they're doing the content.
Flimsy, do you want to tell the good people some context for this content?
Indeed, this Christmas we're going to be looking at the best of the Plow King. I was torn initially, but I've decided to just combine the two of whether we were looking at Barney's character or just the vehicle itself. But I've decided that they come as a package deal, except for the last clip when he's not in it. But I thought it would be nice and Christmassy, and just to celebrate one of the more iconic and hilarious Simpsons moments is something that we don't often do. So it would be nice to go generic for once, if you will. And this Christmas we're not looking at Mrs. Albright, the Sunday school teacher, or, Barb again.
I think it's a great choice and it's lots of fun. Clip 1. Jar is shocked to his balding head. He leaves his house on snowy morning to see all the drives in the neighbourhood cleared. Shock and a honking truck. Reference called Plow King, that name again. The strings sting and the truck oils up in the form of Jar. The Plow King leans out and cheerfully waves. It's Barney. Gumble. Oh, hello, Homer, he says in a funny voice. Hello to the Plow King. It's a classic Johnny-come-lately friend versus friend scenario. Barney says, Homer, you stole my idea. Does Homer not have a job, I ask? Don't worry, Homer, these little... Barney, you've stolen my idea, says Homer. Don't worry, Homer, there's nothing wrong with a little healthy competition, in his Police Academy voice. Barney shoots the tyres of Homer's car and cackles and laughs away, covering sad Homer in snow. Are we supposed to feel sorry for him now?
Exactly. Homer does still have a job. I can't actually remember what, in the context of this episode, he is being a Plow King for. I genuinely can't remember if it's just because he wants to or they want more money or what, but it's sort of, it's not really fair for Homer to be sad that Barney is making money from one job when this is Homer's presumable side job. But I do very much like it when he shoots the tires. I like that he takes it from being a fun little, that program you just mentioned, Police Academy, Friends or whatever you said. It takes that idea, like, Friends doing the same thing, like the Bart and Todd golf game, but
it's friendly competition. It's classic.
Yeah, but Barney takes it immediately, very seriously.
I bet he would have said, wow, that escalated quickly.
Yes, and then Homer would have said, go.
Fleshbag, what did you make of this friend driving up, stealing his friend's idea, taking his snowplow and shooting the tires of his car?
It's a very heartwarming story if you have a heart that's very cold.
Good news for bad people like bad news.
Exactly.
I prefer Spinal Tap.
Indeed. Pemberton, do you enjoy the character of Barney outside of him being a Plow King, or do you prefer Plow King Barney?
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Clip 2. Homer and Barney and Barfly are watching TV. Homer is on Frozen. Barney comes in. Well, if it isn't Mr. Plow, he says, and he gets out a baseball bat and begins to beat the Homer cutout until he's dragged away by the crew, in which he then comes back and continues the attack. As he's beating Homer's cutout to a pulp, Linda Ronstadt, the singer, comes on stage and says, "Hey, Plow King, save some for me." And they continue pummeling together. Continues to Moe's bar, where they're watching it interest. Moe says, "Linda Ronstadt? Yes, we've been looking for a project to do together for a while. Grounded yet fantastical, I say." Music starts on TV. Barney is rubbing his crown, and there is a clear country tune in which Linda Ronstadt says the following lyrics. If you could read them for us, Pemberton.
When the snow starts a falling, there's a man you should be a-calling. That's KL54796. Let it ring. Mr. Plow is a loser, and I think he's a boozer. So you better make way for the Plow King.
Barney beeps to add salt into the injury, into the wound.
Yes, this is just a furthering of Barney's dominance of the plow situation within Springfield. Having absolutely no charm or humour about it whatsoever, he is here to cripple Homer, who gave him the idea to do it in the first place, and the motivation.
Never let a good deed go unpunished.
Precisely. I think I would have preferred it if they'd kept Barney as this kind of character, where he's it would have balanced him out nicely if he'd had a level of success that matched his level of unsuccess that we normally see. It's also nice to discuss. Barney also reminds me of Christmas in general because of the first episode and all the Santa stuff. So Barney's always felt like a Christmas character, but also an old season character.
Oh, yeah,
Even though he's still around and it's not a Troy or Lionel situation, it feels kind of similar to that. But I will make 2 points about this episode. I will make one of them now. It falls into the thing of what people, even though it's one of the best episodes of The Simpsons ever created, it falls into the two of the traps that people frequently complain about now, which is one of them in this clip, which is a completely random celebrity cameo, where it's not organic. It's she walks in and they say her name in the same way that, oh, look, Lady Gaga. So it's the same thing, but it's significantly better and it's well done.
Yes, and well done. It's acceptable.
In this situation, the obscurity works in its favour of, not obscurity, but the unnecessariness of having a celebrity.
It's what happens on all those kind of celebrity shows where it would be like, "Hey, Zaza Gabor," and she would just walk on stage and then they do like a sketch together or whatever. So that was par for the course back in, a little bit before that time. But yeah, I mean, it's really fun and it's done well. And I think the fact is an unexpected celebrity who just starts beating on Homer's thing is very funny.
Yes, I also enjoy that there's some kind of ongoing friendship or relationship there. That he says we've simply been wanting to do a project together for a while, not which I believe is the jonk, but it's funny. I'll give them that. And this entire clip is hilarity certainly ensues.
I think so. What do you think of? What do you make of this Pemberton? What do you make of this beating and this country tune going on?
I try to make anything into a paper hat.
Very good. Tinfoil hat, from what I've heard, lad.
Aye, early abduction. Can't be too careful, can you?
Well, you know.
Precisely. If you were to start your own plow business and you had a celebrity come in to do the song a la this, who do you think you would choose?
Dennis Nielsen.
Solid
Off mind,
choice.
Right people, right time, wrong situation.
Right over my head.
Bigfoot comes through the trees. Bob is Bigfoot's father. Hey Bob, can you see the twist? That's the twist. Hey Bob, we can see your wristwatch. Oh damn it. He wants that. He looks up and Barney's stuck on a ridge reading a map and burping. Is he cold? I ask. It is somehow also on live TV, and the burp of Barney makes an avalanche cover his truck. Surely one of the big rocks in the snow would have crushed his head, I say. But no, apparently. The whole family of face-forward Simpsons are in the room watching this, and Homer says, it is my fault, I must save him. What about Barney's personal responsibility, I say? America.
America, indeed. The brief bit of context here is that Homer's put in a fake call to Barney. It's in the bonus stuff, but it's all out of sequence. But that's why Barney is up there in the first place, which is why Homer feels particularly responsible for this one. Because, but yeah, there is some level of Barney having to say, well, there was risk to this job. That's why I was being paid with a fake
$10,000 note with all the presidents on it having a party.
Exactly. Jimmy Carter's on the couch. So it is kind of his own fault, but in the same way, I can see why Homer would blame himself. And it's on the news. I simply left the Bigfoot bit in because of Bigfoot prominence within our cousin's podcast, and I thought it was interesting that there was a Bigfoot right there, slap bang, just before we needed a clip. So that's why that stayed in. I think they could have gone smaller with this ending, but I like it. It's still early days for The Simpsons.
Happy days.
Precisely. So I don't think they've done anything wildly dramatic like this up until this point, other than maybe the monorail. What do you know where lives are at stake?
Oh yeah.
And
did anyone really think they were going to kill Barney and have Homer be racked with regret? Because didn't he kill Flanders' wife, knock her off a stadium? He didn't even bother about that.
No. What was her name again?
Don't know.
I don't think I've seen that one. Is that the one he was married? Is that the teacher from the school? He was married to her, wasn't he?
I've been calling her Crandall.
That's Mrs. Crandall. Yeah, this whole thing, Pemberton, where do you stand? Do you think it's a Homer problem or a Barney problem?
It's a problem.
I agree. Wholeheartedly agree.
Not my problem, so it doesn't matter.
It has made the news, so it's good. Otherwise, yeah, if it wasn't for Ken Brockman in this situation, Barney simply would have died on that hill. Or the Bigfoot people could have done something. I don't see why it is left to Homer when it was caught on camera on the news that it happened. And surely a fire and rescue team would be a better, or snow and rescue team, if you will.
No, there's too many questions there. I just think the only solution was for Homer several hours later to go up there.
Yes, but at least Barney has some semblance of... in fact, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have any guilt for what he's done. He's just sort of going over his life, isn't he? And thinking... He's just resigned to death, as opposed to thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't have ruined my best friend's snowplow business and started my own.
Did he regret? Was there regret?
No.
No, he did. He did change his mind afterwards, but I don't think there was any regret there. He was like, "Oh, he might as well." Well, here's the question though: so why didn't they just continue to do Plow King like every winter, and that just be like Barney's job for like most of the year?
Well, I think they did. You just don't see it's happening off screen, and I can gather that from the fact that two or three of these clips come from much later.
Oh yeah, one of them is not even snowing where he drives through and gets the beer though.
Yes, that's true. I believe I was saying something about the Plow King.
I believe this is my jacket.
Exactly, not my jacket. Oh no, yes, that was the job. So I think he does carry on doing it. You just don't see it very often. Like he's definitely doing it in that. It's like season 9, the Christmas one. They overtake him. That he's on road doing his job there, and then within the realms of Tapped Out, he continued to do the job. So considering as well he got sober for like 4 or 5 seasons, it would be accurate to think that he probably just carried on doing this because he doesn't have any definitive job for some reason. But they were also fun. How does he smell? Terrible. Fun side note. They were gonna. I think I mentioned this before. But when they did the "Who Shot Mr. Burns" thing, their original plan was that it was Barney who shot him, and he was just going to go to prison and be just written out of the show completely.
Well, the thing is, and that's what's disappointing. I think we've talked about it before. They set up a Fred and Barney like Flintstones thing, and then they just abandoned it very early on, right?
Yeah, Rubble Gumble. Yeah, they don't
Gumble.
use him at all anymore as Homer's best friend in any. He's just one of Homer's like 4 or 5 friends. If anything, he's closer to Mo.
Ooh.
But Mobu.
Mobu. I'm booing Mo, not the dog.
Indeed. But yeah, I don't believe
it's butter.
Exactly. I cannot physically conceive the idea that this is butter.
Before. Snow, sad song, Barney covered. Sad snow, Barney is covered. Oh, dying's not so bad. Is he soused, I asked. I'll be reunited with my loved ones, my dad and that plant I never watered. A second avalanche? No, it is Homer with his trucks coming over the ridge. I hope he doesn't crush Barney's head. Plus Barney's forms the snow. Trumpet. Pulls Barney from the snow. Trumpet. Homer, you have saved my life, and I'm not going to forget it. From now on, we'll be partners. No deal, says Homer. Barney, that's great. When 2 best friends work together, we've already said that. 3 best friends work together. Not even the almighty God himself, the all-powerful Jar can stop us. The clouds turn grey. Oh no, says God, and sends a beam of light and thaws all the snow. Who would have thought it? Grounded and fantastical.
Precisely. Pemberton, would you like to open up with a comment on this piece of clip? Excellent. I think we already kind of half discussed this a minute ago with Barney's regrets, but
no regrets.
This will be my second point about The Simpsons, like TV show that started in 1989. This is another thing that people would complain about significantly if it was put into an episode now, and say that the point they would make is that old Simpsons would not do this. But yeah, here we are in like 1993 with it happened. I feel like I've heard them talk about this as well, about how stupid it is. That
yeah,
it's just considering, like you go from this to the death of Maud Flanders, rest in peace, and the whole thing about Ned having to question whether there is a God or not, having already spoken to God after his Todd was saved, and this God just coming down and. They could have, if they'd just taken the God line out, it would have been completely normal. It would have still been a bit cartoon sort of, or like TV show premisey. That the snow melted there. And
the sun could have just come out and the snow melted, and then so they could have just said, "Well, there's always next year." Wah, 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 wah.
Precisely, but no, they decided to directly have God. So this might be God's first dialogue. Oh no, he was in the one where Homer doesn't go to church anymore.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, that's the conclusion of that that sort of mini tale for the Plow King, or his origin story, where he kind of started off somewhat villainous and then just became presumably the town's plowman. It
would have been funny if he'd have been Homer's bestie, and then when he became Plow King, he just immediately was always really mean to Homer, and it was always kind of like thwarting Homer's plans to make a little bit of cash on the side.
Yeah, they could have built it up in a Sideshow Bob way, really, where it was every like 2 or 3 years Homer and the Plow King go at it, or like this year the Plow King is going up against, this year Ned's going to get a plow. Except I'm sure they could have dragged it out for 5 or 6 years.
This year, Todd and Rod build a plow.
With Ralph.
Exactly, just destroyed by the Plow King. Pemberton, what do you think about the reconciliation of Barney and Homer? Do you think it's fitting, or would you have liked something else to end it?
I would have liked to have seen the reconciling of the Russians and the Chinese.
That would have been a different but also harmonious ending. And also, it would have been equally as sort of out of bounds wacky as the ending itself was, to just cut to the Russian and the Chinese being friends and stuff.
It would have been a bizarre left turn. Pemberton, where do you get your ideas from? You're crazy. You're wacky. So wacky.
You're certainly one of the 3 wackiest bags of flesh I've ever met.
We call you Wacky Bag. Wacky Baggy.
Wacky Pen Bag.
the Pemberton ball bag.
Oh my goodness. Clip 6. Clip 5, road rage. Barney is in his truck. He sees the hospital. He says, the more I drive, the less respect I get. He's gone crazy. And there are mascots everywhere. And he's just plowing into lampposts and Homer. And maybe I'm seeing double again as he plows into more people. Maybe I'm seeing double again. Who knows? Because he's a drunk and alcohol equals funny. Oh no, I think I ate a bug. It begins. Why is there no snow? Why is there no ploughing other than the ploughing down of innocent bystanders? There's a big Sumsum's balloon. He's just knocking shit down and killing people indiscriminately. What is this?
Precisely. This is where we sort of switch into the vehicle being the Plow King as opposed to Barney being the Plow King, or it being less teamy. I suppose it still is with this, as it is. Yeah, this is road rage. So this is it's just the game Crazy Taxi where you pick people up and drop them off, but Simpsoned up. So they essentially just needed like 15 to 20 characters and vehicles.
All right, yeah.
So once you've got past, like the bland family cars, you're basically looking at any vehicle you can get. So both plows are available in this game, but then they also had like a set of like challenges, and this was one of them. The annoying thing is there's some kind of information about this challenge before you start it, and I can't find it, explaining why Barney wants to knock down all the mascots that he can.
Oh, they're mascots. They're not just people, but there's people inside.
Yeah, and there's also, you can just hit whoever you want. It's the capital city goofball.
Death Race Springfield.
Aye.
Yes.
Mr. Burns has purchased the transit system and converted them into nuclear buzzes and jacked up the fur.
That's just the game.
Barney's rage. Start by knocking over the mascot in front of you. Cut across the grass. This is cheat. This is how you're supposed to do it. But the goal is to knock over 12 mascots in 45 seconds.
And it's pretty difficult. I'm a long-time road rage fan, and as a child, I believe I couldn't do this. The bigger vehicles, though, like the Plow King and the Buzz, etc., were harder to maneuver.
Oh.
But obviously built like brick shit houses, so you could just knock everything down. But within the context of Barney being the Plow King, I cannot remember what he's got against mascots. I think he thinks they're out to get him. But the only other thought I can have about just thinking about why they didn't have this be a regular thing for Barney is that it's probably relatively irresponsible, even for a comedy show, satire, etc., to have the only known drunk in town have a driving job, specifically. A driving job in a dangerous vehicle.
Well, what season is it where he drives past the drive-thru at Moe's and picks up 8 beers?
Oh yeah, it's much later. Dog balloon flashback. It's like season 31 or something.
All right.
Yeah, so again, you can get away with one joke every now and again like that. I think that's fine. That's just, a bit on the edge for them. But to have it be his permanent job and just sort of not address the fact that he is also always drunk, which they just do in this game, which is the point of this game is to cause chaos. So it's fine in this context. You can run everybody over.
Is it somehow suggested that these people survive, or does it just not matter that they're being...
They just get back up. They just sort of bounce around and then get back up. You can hit anybody. If you wanted, you could switch that game on right now and take a school bus to Ralph.
I do not want that. And listeners, I do not condone that behaviour.
I do. So that's
Pemberton,
what this is.
Do you love that game?
I prefer Russian roulette.
Clip 6,
The Simpsons Russian roulette. 2003
hit and run. So we've moved to a different game. Not road rage, now hit and run. Homer and Barney are in the street. Barney says, "Can I borrow a Plow King?" "Take what you want, sexy leprechaun." Just don't shoot me with that dart gun. Light runner. Whatever. 50 coins, one purchase. Office space challenge, destroy Smithers' car. Homer gets sweet Plow King and drives it willy-nilly through shit. Comic accurate Springfield, I ask. He smashes the assistant of Burns' car to bits with his truck for no good reason. "I just waxed on and off," says Smithers. That jar says, "That's what you get for expecting me to do the job for which I'm paid."
Precisely. Now we're moving into Plow King completely as its own vehicle territory, just for this one clip. As this is the this is not the road rage. Road rage
This is
the
all
road rage.
All our road rage in many ways.
this is The Simpsons' answer to Grand Theft Auto, and it is often and correctly considered to be the best Simpsons game.
Oh.
This one, again, vaguely similar. Vehicle concept to Road Rage, and they just needed as many interesting vehicles as possible to offer to you. And it is one of, once you've got past, like the cars, there's not a lot of vehicle themed episodes really. Like there's the soapbox derby sort of stuff and the electric car for Lisa. Grandpa, they gave like the little Shriner's car, the three, like when they were the little fezzes.
Oh yeah. Like on the front of that Dead Kennedys record.
Yes. That's one of them, Mo's car with the flower on the front. But yeah, once they kind of got past character that they want in there, then they start to have to just look at specific cars. And the Homer car that he made, the Canyonero. There's all kinds, Otto with the Buzz. The Lovejoy has like a buck burning mobile.
He's about to get blotto, isn't he?
He is, but this is
because
the only
alcohol equals funny. Alcohol plus driving equals funny, apparently, to The Simpsons.
Yes, running over mascots and Ralph. But yeah, this is the only game in which a selection of characters can drive the Plow King, including Bart and Lisa, and Apu, who gets a level for some reason. So that's fun that everybody gets a chance to drive the Plow King and use it to do what it does best, which is just cause absolute destruction. Yes. At no point, I don't think, other than maybe in that first clip, I don't think we've ever seen the Plow King snow plowing anything.
It's not going to be very humorous for him to plow snow, is it? It's like if you're not plow farming.
Okay, yes, but it also would have been continuatively nice.
It would have made us all more comfortable if he'd plowed the odd drive.
Well, just in that sort of way where they do little recurring bits for people every now and again. Even in the Christmas episodes, I thought I was going to find more of these, to be honest. Like sort of establishing shots or time shots to just have the Plow King be driving around would have made sense to me. Which is why I think they brought it back season 31-ish or whatever it was, because they're a sucker for nostalgia these days. Which
aren't we all?
And,
Look back, boys.
Look back, boys. Boo, Spangles.
Exactly. Bring back nostalgia.
Jumpers for goalposts.
Yes. Yeah, best game. Lots of fun. And the Plow King in both of these games is one of your go-tos if you want to cause a lot of destruction, which you do in both of those games most of the time.
Are they both? I like the idea of you crashing and destroying things, but I'm not on board with knocking people over. That's not okay.
Yeah, well, you will not enjoy both of the hit and run. You can beat people up. You just kick people to hit and run. You can just go next door. There's the first level. You can just spend like 10 minutes just kicking net.
That's not okay. Not acceptable. Pemberton, who clears your drive of a morning when it's snowing?
I don't have a drive. I live in a tree.
Very good. Who shakes the branches?
Mr. Burns.
Do they call you Morris? Woo, woo.
No, we're on very familiar terms. It's Mo.
Oh, what's his like? Bonus material.
What, before we move on from that, Pemberton, have you ever experienced either of these Simpsons games? Or if you were to be in this second Simpsons game, which is a hit and run free world parody, etc., what do you think you would do first, given if you were in Springfield with the Plow King and you were allowed to cause whatever mischief you liked?
I would destroy all of Springfield and then Shelbyville.
Destroy all humans. Destroy all monsters.
Then Ogdenville.
Bonus material. Senor Plow. Ronstadt hot tub. Stop me at any point if you want to discuss these things. Barney, his nappy flies off and shows his tudge to his mother in the street. Free beer. The hostages should not have been there. Barney is a hero. He buys 8 beers and drive-through. Drink driving is fun, says The Simpsons. Barney is in the street naked. Oh, hi, Ma. Face forward Barney challenge. Modern Plow King blocks children in the snow. So do they do this every year? Thank you, Plow King. Flanders has no loyalty. $10,000 bill with all the presidents on it. The Widow's Peak, Plow King is missing. No respect of customers. It's son. Could you make sure not to scrape my asphalt? Kiss my asphalt. Tee-hee, Simpsons rude. More road rage. Ow, my head hurts. What did I do last night? Bumblebee is Plow King.
Bumblebee is Plow King. I'll pause you there very briefly to say that it's not even about the Plow King or Barney, but that is a very Maudie woman who asks about the asphalt.
She's a very Maudie woman. A Maudie woman.
It's a definitive Roswell. I'd also just like to say I really enjoy the Spanish lyrics of the Mr. Plow King song that Linda Ronstadt does, which are "The Señor Plow no es macho, es solamente un borracho." Mr. Plow isn't macho, he's just a drunk.
So true.
And they do correspond to the English lyrics. Mr. Plow is a loser, and I think he is a boozer.
He's talking about you.
Yes.
Is that what he whispers?
No, he just spits his beer out. That's something else, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. That's my Mr.
Same
Smith.
show.
Same show. Same Simpsons. Same Great
When
Simpsons test.
I say hello, Mr. Thompson, and bang on your foot. You smile or not.
You spit out your beer and say Plow King.
That's what it is when he says that. And he turns to the other guy and says, I think he's talking to you.
I believe so. What do you think about all that stuff, Pemberton Fleshbag?
As little as possible.
Very good. Anything more to add there, Flimsy and/or Nightwater?
Or just some nice, the Plow King, whenever we see it in the show, is sort of a cause of destruction or sadness throughout its journey. It's never caused anything but pain. It causes Homer a lot of sadness, and then it causes Barney sadness and almost to die. And
I'm
then
going to push back a little bit on that, because I think that all those drives that were cleared before the shit went down would have caused lots of joy.
That is very true. Asphalt Woman is happy. Ned's happy. Ned offers Homer money to do it again. I think it's a kind of shitty and out of character for Ned to do, though. While we're on it, I think he would have realistically said, no, Homer does our drive, sorry.
I don't know.
But also, I think Marty probably would have come out and been like, just do it now quickly.
Very quickly. We're not going to rely on you drunkard, instead of Homer Simpson, our next door neighbour, who's also a drunkard.
I'm not dying for this man today. So then after that, you see it block Bart and Lisa into some kind of snow tunnel in a different episode, and then Homer, again, this isn't really the Plow King's fault, but Homer overtakes it and spins out and crashes their new car. And then the only time we've seen it where it's not causing any destruction is when Barney picks up the 8 beers.
But that's pre-destruction, isn't it?
Exactly. Do you think, Pemberton, they should have kept the Plow King around or given Barney something else to do?
Yes.
I agree. I think they should have just kept that time that he got the episode when he finally gets sober. Like how drunk he is at the start of that. I think they should have just kept him like that all of the time. Like when he's dressed as Marge and he comes downstairs, says, I'm off to market, and then starts licking the beer up off the floor.
Oh my goodness.
I would have kept him like that.
I hope it doesn't sound judgmental, but he's hit rock bottom there.
He has. And then he learns how to fly a helicopter.
Hopefully not before he's had a nap.
Flycopter.
Well, now, anyway, it wasn't me.
So, Norman Lear. Oh shit, I missed the content. Swings and roundabouts, I guess. Well, I better get back to pretending I'm not possessed by B. Arthur.
Listen, now, the room is now crowded with people, an ominous number of mice lurking in the shadows, and a Christmas tree leaning precariously in one corner. Tinsel hangs like limp cobwebs, and nobody, I repeat, nobody has bought persistent spiders, arachno, Bitcoin.
Arachno shite. The traditional Salt Circle holiday. A competition to see who can give the weirdest gifts. 'Tis the season to outdo each other in oddities. However, everybody's gone missing.
Grinning mischievously, holding up a hideous blinking light-up vest. Oh, I've got this in the bag. Merry Christmas, misfits.
Oh, beef. If only you'd put in as much effort into your wardrobe as you do into gifts and pub lunches. Oh my goodness, beef. The door is open with a gust of cold air, and Sharon Flimflom from the swamp have entered, your muddy boots leaving a trail of wet footprints across the floor. Sharon, loud and energetic, makes her presence known.
I've never seen such a bizarre little gathering. It's almost beautiful in its absurdity.
You know, Sharon, they sure know how to throw a party in here.
What?
Well, Flom. I wonder if they have any swamp recipes here. I'm their assistant, the Flom. Do you think they cook with moss?
Well, I'm looking around at the gathering with awe and excitement. It's stupid here, but I like the gifts and the characters. Pemberton Fleshbag wobbling forward. What are you presenting your latest creation to us, are you?
Holding up a jar with a flourish. Behold, the finest gifted season. Artisan sprout jam, handcrafted, liqueur, and with seasonal fervour.
eyeing it with distaste. No thanks, I'd rather eat a compost heap. That reminds me, pub lunch it reminds me, pub lunch at 1, etc., hammered into the ground.
I don't want to see a ghost. It's the sight that I fear most. I'd rather have a piece of toast and watch the evening news until it was pointed out that ironically, a ghost could do me no harm, but the things on the evening news actually can. It's a lot deeper than you think, that song, isn't it? But anyway, that reminds me, I've got a pub lunch at 1 o'clock.
What time?
1 o'clock.
The perfect gift. Who doesn't love a good jar of sprout jam? Oh, Pemberton, you've truly captured the holiday spirit.
Ha ha ha, here, Lawrence. A flask engraved with for when the salt gets too loud. Ooh. I'm raising an eyebrow. I thought you could use this. The salt does tend to speak at times. That's the twist.
But when the noise gets unbearable, you know me too well. Better than a handgun.
Your massive metallic frame is gleaming in the firelight, and you have a crumpled handwritten poem. I have prepared a gift that brings us together as one. A poem. Behold, we are one. We are complete. We are the world. We are the children. I wrote that bit. Through holiday joy, our hearts do beat. That poem's a bit off key. I'm shocked.
And again, sorry.
I'm sorry. That poem is a bit off key, isn't it?
Well, I didn't expect that from him.
I think it's nice in a terrifying way. A small mouse has sneaked up with one of Beef's gaudy, blinking up lighting gifts.
Noticing the theft. Hey, get back here, you cheeky little thieving bellends.
Beef, Pemberton and Lawrence all running frantically around trying to get the mouse to give us his gift back.
I told you that Vesta be trouble.
Exasperated as the mouse scurries under the coach. Oh, that's it, I'm calling in the professionals.
Oh, they've emerged from the shadows. Oh, they've dragged Beef and his blinking vest off into the darkness with them.
Oh my God.
They've all scurried off into different corners. Well, let's all exhaustedly collapse back onto the salty furniture that can talk to us. I didn't see that coming. A victory for the mice, and I'm Sharon. I think they've earned it.
So much for a peaceful evening. Wah, 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 wah. As I laughter goes down the mice retreat in the shadows with Beef's body leaving behind a trail of mischief. Sharon and Flim Flam and her little pet Flom Flam exchange glances. Shall we have a look at some Plow King art? Pemberton, you can tell me whether you like these. These are, I made these myself because there wasn't a lot of Plow King art. What do you think of these two, Pem?
With your own two hands.
I think that you've worked very, 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 very poorly.
I am. Of a rest.
All the children.
We got an Indian Plow King. We got a
So good you put it in twice.
We got an American Plow King with a USA man drinking beer, and then we got a Plow King that also has the face of another man as the leader of its plow.
My favourite is the Margaret Thatcher one.
Very good.
I also like that one. I do like that the plow, the mole one, the last one, is has a plow face, and I also really like the top one, which looks like, I can't remember what it is in The Simpsons, but the guy that they introduce is like the son of the man who played Huggy Bear.
That's exactly the reference. I'm glad you got it. But here's an actual poster that you can buy on the onlines. Someone's made a Mr. Plow style movie poster by Flory. It's pretty cool, right? Right, guys? Am I right?
I really like it. I like it a lot. I think it captures Barney's attitude in the episode very well, and it's all Homer's sort of like, it's nice sometimes to see Homer be like the naive, innocent, nice guy.
Oh, I just realised what's happening.
He's being plowed.
He's being plowed. I didn't realise that.
By the king, if you will. Yeah, I like it. I do own the Plow King figure as well, but I sadly do not have the crown.
Oh.
So it's nice to see him in the crown.
Just plow.
Not the Netflix Diana vehicle. Not that vehicle. Not the one.
Like Princess Di.
Exactly. Not die like Lady Di. Die like Richie Di.
What do you reckon to this, Pem?
It is a poster, yes.
How about this one? This is not even the Plow King, but it was so good as Mr. Plow. It's a really badly rendered version of that Rat Fink.
A
I
boo-boo.
hate that guy.
Yeah, a Wamba Maluba. Here you go. So there's been 2 figures of the Plow King. One, Simpsons season 11, 2002, and then the Kid Robot one as well. But no Funko Pop as far as I know.
NFT as of yet.
Definitely Simpsons tat.
It is Simpsons tat that I own. Well, I don't own the not Funko, the Kid Robot one. The issue with those is they're sort of blind boxes, so you might just you could buy 5 and get 5 Plow Kings in a row, as opposed to having the choice of who you want.
A single Plow King.
Yes, a SPK, if you will. I think they're both beautiful pieces of art, though, and I think the one that was on before it, that I can't remember now, was also really good. Pemberton, do you collect anything?
I collect thoughts and memories and spin them into nightmares for everyone.
Collect mold on your back door, from what I heard.
And I don't have a back door. I live in a tree.
That's why, isn't it?
And also physically, you're just a bag of flesh.
Unrelated. Here's a good one. So the Simpsons man on Instagram recreated some images from this episode. It's a favourite one. They got Barney and Homer with their Plow King jackets on, and Barney's like passed out in the alleyway.
It's great. I wonder if that Barney mask is official, because it looks very well made, but I can't imagine them bringing out a full Barney head mask. But if they have, then I'll eat those words immediately.
I've already eaten them.
I wonder how many characters have head masks.
All of them.
We're just going to recreate the show. That's the next. Read more about the Barney Gumbo mask.
Yes, please.
Dodgy website. Going to steal all your credit cards.
Amazon.toga.uk.
Stand by my word. That fleshless bat. Look, it's sort of Grover. Is that on its back? Next one. But yeah, that's great. I thoroughly enjoy real world renditions of things. Yeah, it's a great piece of art. Do you do art, Pemberton, in any capacity? Are you what's your genre of art?
I enjoy making paintings from my own feces.
I unusually thought that was going to be your answer.
Only because I have several of them in my living room.
Yes, I can. I smell I smell that you just sent a delivery over.
Oh, Pemberton, you'll be the death of us all. Here's with your feces poisoning.
That's what they consider his lowest. I think we looked at that last Christmas as well.
I think so, because it's funny for him to have stooped that low.
Exactly.
My goodness, here's an oil painting of him naked, and a picture and a picture of him as a shark, and also
there's a vague link there. Is it King Shark from the comic books, and then Plow King, but they've not done Plow King Shark. They've gone for King Barney Shark Gumbo instead.
Very good. And then this one with whatever's going on here, I just put it in because I couldn't fathom head nor tail of it. Brilliant.
I think it's just AI. I hope it's not. And it looks like some kind of like tarot card.
Like an oil painting, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful. Pemberton, do you make AR art with your feces?
I try to keep the feces away from my eyes.
It's always a good idea. It's
been goodness.
A Christmas miracle. The clips were entertaining this year.
The clips were funny. The room's full, joyously full of people. The Soul Circle late Christmas night. The fire is few. There's embers, and we've had a really good Christmas time with presents and oh, look who's here! It's only Ian Zanakis, Little Zen, and Onion the Boxing Dog to join Sharon Flimflam and Flom and Ham too.
Well, if it isn't the entire gang, you folks ready for the post-chaos relaxation?
You fuckers look like you're ready for some post-chaos relaxation.
I think we're well past relaxation. Look at the state of this place.
It's not chaos. It's a festive entropy, says me, Xenakis.
Yanis Xenakis is our Linda Ronstadt. That's the twist. Entropy is nature's way of throwing a party, Dad. I'm Lil Zen. I'm your son.
Whoa, I'm licking my own paws, I beg your pardon.
If this is what you call festive, I'm glad I live in a swamp and am bald.
I wouldn't call it festive, sister. More like unplanned creative expression. Or our Flimflop about their pet.
I don't smell.
Analyzing. failure to achieve structural integrity.
Tell me about it. Stud, I mean HAMM, we tried our best.
Failed, eh? Don't surprise me.
I'll take it. At least it's memorable.
Memorable? If by memorable you mean mildly alarming, then sure.
Just to be clear, what are we referring to right now?
I don't know.
That's the hallmark of a true holiday spirit, right, Beef?
Exactly. This is what we call Christmas innovation. Hope it doesn't make me late for my pub lunch, hammered into the ground, buried in tiny shattered pieces.
Woof, 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 woof.
Not again. What's he after now?
Maybe he's chasing the spirit of Christmas or a mouse.
I'd bet on the mouse.
Let him be. Onion, the cheeky boxing dog from hell, is just making sure everyone knows who's in charge around here.
Oh, Onion proudly is parading with a mouse in his mouth. He's got him, yeah!
He's ratted it.
So, what brings everyone here besides, well, this?
We were looking for some peace, but it seems the universe had other plans.
Please, sister, you should have seen the swamp. Just before we left, there's a whole new breed of frogs and they've started their own rock band. I was just hoping for some quiet time, but we're here now. Might as well enjoy it.
Just another Christmas adventure. At least no one's exploding. ... yet. Spoilers.
You should tell those frogs they're not the only ones with musical talents. I can play the Alton Towers music on my ribs.
I'll send them your regards. Gradually. Everyone laughs as the night continues. Pemberton, you going to laugh? And now it's time to say goodbye.
Well, it's been a chaotic pleasure, but I've got to get back to the swamp. Those frogs won't kill themselves.
I'll be heading back to sister. The swamp's calling. Like a voice, it keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Cause every step I take, Flim Flam makes a new friend. I just turn around, can't stay for longer, Flim Flam's gone again. And I'll take little Flim Flam as well so he doesn't get lost. I'll take my leave as well, little Zen and Onion. Come on, get the bags.
A wise decision. Why did we even go? Let's end this back to before the swamp tries to take over everything. We don't know any of these people. We'll end up.
See you all later. Trying not to explode anything else. Tim FO Unri Pub Lunch. Hammered into the ground, buried in tiny shattered pieces, dug back up, put together, and hammered back into the ground.
And no more mouse traps in the swamp, okay?
We'll try our best, Pemberton. You didn't say anything about frog traps. Go now. You know, I didn't think...
Everyone's gone. It's just you and me now, Lawrence and Flimsy by the fire.
Pemberton. The room is quieter now. The glow of the embers is casting a calm light over the scene. You know, I didn't think I'd miss the chaos, but I kinda do.
It's nice, isn't it? All those people who showed up and all the madness. But now it's just us, as it should be.
You want to say this next one? I'll just change it in the edit.
Just doesn't fire at mice. Hopefully staying out of the pantry for now.
Yes, no more coop planning, right?
I beg your pardon? Right.
I think this is best Christmas yet. Weird, chaotic, but it felt all right.
Agreed. It's average in its own messed up way. That's perfect.
Comfortable silence, the fire crackling softly, content with a quiet Christmas reflection. Let me know if you need any more adjustments. The end.
Ay, es el elenco de Plow King, Barney Gamble, Barney Escombros. It's the cast of the Plow King, Barney Gamble, Barney Debris. Atropellando mascotas sin una buena razón. Running over pets for no good reason. Es el reparto navideño del rey del arado con Pemberton Fleshbag. No vamos a ceder. It's the Plow King's Christmas cast with Pemberton Fleshbag. Señor Plow no es macho, es solamente un borracho. Mr. Plow is not Mullen, he's just a drunk. Cuando la nieve comienza a caer, when the snow starts to fall, hay un hombre al que deberías llamar. There is a man you should call. 6 gale 45 and 1 6. 2026. Que suene, let it ring, el señor Plow es un perdedor. Mr. Plow is a loser, y creo que es un borracho. And I think he's a drunk. Así que será mejor que hagas ese extraño reparto sobre el rey arado. So you better make that fucking cast about the Plow King. ¿Has visto alguna vez un emu con 3 patas rojas? Have you ever seen an emu with 3 red legs? Elenco de Bloody Rod. Bloody Rod cast. Descansa en paz el gran pez Larry. Rest in peace, Big Fish Larry. Tenía las uñas de los pies amarillas y crujientes. Y había bolas esponjosas de trozos de calcetín sobrantes encajadas entre las grietas de los dedos sudorosos. Her toenails were yellow and crusty, and there were spongy balls of leftover soft pieces wedged between the crevices of her sweaty toes. ¿Qué has hecho hoy para convertirte en Sarah Wiggle? What have you done today to become Sarah Wiggle? Feliz Navidad de parte de Flimsy Rosewater. Feliz Navidad de parte de Lawrence Nightingale. Feliz Navidad de parte de Pemberton Fleshbag. Feliz Navidad de parte de Dean Skellington. Te entendemos, Ron Hall. We understand you, Ron Hall. Cuando la nieve comienza a caer, hay alguien a quien deberías llamar. Ese es Calefifo de Doberman 6. El señor Plow es un perdedor. Puedo decir con mucha certeza que es un borracho. Así que será mejor que hagas ese reparto sobre el rey del arado. Feliz Navidad y próspero año nuevo, perras.
You're right, Pemberton. My cousin. We didn't successfully entrap Flimsy and Lawrence as instructed by B. Arthur, but I have a plan B. It's a taser. Come on, you prick, grab their fucking legs. And to all a good night.